Overnight, Sukhothai, a peaceful rural area in Thailand, suddenly turned into a sea of water. What happened, and how did the local people overcome it? You are watching a special report on the historic flood in Sukhothai and the resilient journey of thousands of people amidst the deluge. It all began in late July this year. From July 21st to July 27th, a tropical storm named Weipa moved across Laos, directly impacting the northern provinces of Thailand. Sukhothai, which had already experienced significant rainfall, was then hit with an enormous amount of additional water. Specifically, in less than 24 hours, Storm Weipa dumped over 300 mm of rain on the area. This sudden, heavy rainfall caused the Yom River, a crucial river in Sukhothai, to overflow its banks around 5 a.m. on July 27th. The breach occurred near Village 1 in Sukhothai district. When the dike collapsed, water surged out at an incredibly fast rate, approximately 1,142 cubic meters per second. The river's water level peaked at 7.45 meters at that time. In an instant, many roads were submerged, with water levels reaching up to 80 centimeters deep. This made it impossible for small vehicles to move, forcing rescue teams to find alternative routes to help residents. Furthermore, the reinforced sandbag dikes near Wat Khuha Sawan in Thani also breached for a length of 6 meters. Floodwaters inundated temple areas and nearby residential zones, submerging homes, schools, and even government offices. Residents had to wade through waist-deep water, attempting to salvage their belongings. This flood didn't only cause damage in Sukhothai. Water from the Yom River and the Nan canals also overflowed into low-lying areas in Sangka and Kachorn districts, including Mueang, Khong, Yong, Pakamo, Kachorn, and Khong Maplab. The most vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, bedridden patients, and children, were urgently evacuated to safer locations. Shelters quickly became overcrowded. In response, the Department of Disaster Prevention and Mitigation (DDPM) activated its full emergency plan. They coordinated with mobile network operators like AIS, True, and NT to send flood warnings via phone, urging residents to evacuate and protect vulnerable family members. The DDPM's 1784 hotline operated continuously to coordinate rescue efforts and dispatch rapid response teams to the most severely affected areas. Local authorities also collaborated with volunteer and private organizations to distribute relief supplies. Boats were used to navigate the flooded roads, delivering food, clean water, and medical kits to residents. In some areas, helicopters were even deployed to airlift stranded residents from rooftops to safety. Sukhothai is well known for rice cultivation, but now thousands of hectares of agricultural land have been submerged, with crops either washed away or rendered unusable. Farmers in Bangrakam, a neighboring district of Phitsanulok, were also affected as the Yom River overflowed into the Chumsang Songkram, Nanggam, Wongak, and Kwai Muang areas. Mr. Nafongchai, a 62-year-old farmer from Khong Yong, shared, "I stayed up all night watching the river rise. By morning, my house was underwater. My rice fields are gone. I don't know how we're going to rebuild." And 12-year-old Molly, in Thani, standing on a rooftop with her family, whispered, "I miss my classroom. I hope the water goes down soon." Of particular concern was the Sukhothai Historical Park. a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which also faced danger. Ancient towers and statues were surrounded by floodwaters. Conservators from the Fine Arts Department worked tirelessly to protect these centuries-old structures from erosion and collapse. A historian named Dr. Anung Chayafam stated, "This isn't just bricks and mortar. These ruins are our soul. If they fall, a part of our identity will be lost." This highlights the immense importance of this heritage to the people of Thailand and the world. In total, 9 northern provinces of Thailand were affected by this storm: Nan, Chiang Rai, Phayao, Lampang, Chiang Mai, Mae Hong Son, Phrae, Sukhothai, and Loei. Over 115,000 residents from 1416 villages were impacted. Tragically, one person died and another was reported missing. As of 6 a.m. on July 27th, water levels in most provinces had begun to recede. However, Sukhothai was still facing high water levels, and evacuation operations were ongoing. Authorities also warned that downstream provinces like Phichit and Phrae could experience flooding due to upstream water flowing down from July 27th to 29th. The Thai government announced emergency compensation packages to support affected residents. They also have a special plan to release fish fry into flooded areas so that residents can gain temporary income through fishing. However, the long-term impact on food production and the livelihoods of rural residents remains a significant issue. Ms. Phaneri Katari, a local member of parliament, while visiting the flooded areas, called for stronger investment in flood prevention infrastructure. She emphasized that Sukhothai cannot endure another flood of this magnitude, and that the proposal to build the Kangsuya 10 Dam needs to be reconsidered. As the storm weakened, all efforts focused on recovery. Teams were dispatched to clean homes, repair roads, restore electricity, and reconnect communication lines. Damage assessments also began immediately to facilitate swift aid distribution. Regional disaster prevention offices were instructed to remain on high alert. They conducted equipment checks and evacuation drills to prepare for potential future incidents. The Thailand Disaster Alert TDA application continuously provided updates on rainfall, river levels, and risk areas. Currently, despite extensive efforts, in Mueang Sukhothai district, authorities are still continuing to place sandbags to block the water flow. They need to monitor the situation continuously as the Yom River's water level is still rising. Furthermore, a large volume of water from Phrae province will continue to flow into Sukhothai. At the Ban Miem Nuya water measurement point in Sachinale district, water is flowing at a rate of 1,300 cubic meters per second. This water will flow into Sukhothai at Ban Hat Safan Chan, then into both banks of the Yom River, and directly to Sankalok Simong and Sukhothai city. The latest information indicates that the Yom River has overflowed its banks, flooding homes in the Khuha Sawan area, with water levels reaching up to 30 centimeters. At Pakhey Tambon Pakhey, water has breached the dike and caused sandbags to collapse. Soldiers from the Sukhothai Internal Security Operations Command and monks at the temple are urgently placing sandbags to reinforce the dike. Sukhothai province has prepared areas to serve as shelters for flood-affected residents in Kongyong sub-district. Specifically, Kongyong can accommodate over 100 people. W Tam Kahasuin can accommodate 200 people, and W Kong Wong Thong can accommodate 150 people. The Klangyong town office has also established a kitchen and shelter with the support of public health officials. The Ministry of Social Development and Human Security along with community health volunteers, are caring for vulnerable groups 24 hours a day. Dear viewers, through the story of the Sukhothai flood, we have seen the severe consequences that natural disasters can bring. But more importantly, we have also witnessed the strong spirit, resilience, and kindness of people. From residents battling the flood on their own, to tireless rescue teams, monks ready to help, and volunteers from all over. They all came together to create a moving story of solidarity. Sukhothai, a province rich in historical tradition, has stood strong after this ordeal. This flood reminds us that climate change is a major challenge, and extreme weather events like storms and floods may occur more frequently. Therefore, through this program, we want to send a small message to all of you. Let's act together to protect our environment. Every small action you take, whether it's saving electricity, reducing waste, or planting more trees, can contribute to mitigating the negative impacts of climate change. And another important thing, in the most difficult times, it is unity, compassion, and love among people that will be our greatest strength to overcome everything. Always care for and help those around you, especially those suffering from natural disasters. We believe that, with resilience and collective effort, the people of Sukhothai in particular, and all of us in general, will always be able to overcome any challenge. Because, no matter how harsh nature may be, human kindness will always be a warm light, illuminating our path. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications for more useful and meaningful information. See you in the next video.